What's up, world? What's up, world? I'm gonna try not to be long. Hopefully the topic makes sense. Who is this texting me? Okay, I'll text you back in 1 second. Hope the topic makes sense. The topic is love. I get a lot of people who like to say things and really want to tap in what they really mean when they say it, such as love. And we all use that word. Who we got on? We got 5 people. I can't see who we got on, but we all use that word love. But do we know what it means when we use it? And so I'm gonna present an undeniable definition if nobody's ever given you one. I'm gonna give you an undeniable definition. What's up, everybody? Much love. Thank y'all for being there for me. Everybody that was there for me through my pains and my hurts. I love y'all. I appreciate it. But we back on track. I was still at work. She been teaching me new definitions. I'm finna show y'all how to love. And so we're gonna let everybody else just have to retune in, and we finna get to it. So what does it mean to love? And it's really simple. You gotta remember that creation is infinite, so things can be infinitely complex, or they can be infinitely simple. So love can be as complex as we make it, or it can be as simple as we make it. So we're gonna put it in the simplest way because nature likes simple. To love means to support life. Anything that you love, anybody that loves you, they support your life. And if they do not support your life, it is not love. And so when it comes down to eating, when it comes down to who you hang around with, when it comes down to what you're doing as your goal in life, remember that if we all have a purpose in life, if we all are really what we call one, if we are one people, if we are one planet, one plant, if we have one journey, then all the journeys should be the same. And by correctly defining love, I can give everybody their purpose in life, and it will fit for no matter what that you're trying to accomplish. Because when you understand that to love means to support life, right? When you look at nature, when you look at creation, when you look at what you do, right? Everything in nature, everything in life has one purpose. It's to support, create, maintain, sustain, enhance life infinitely. That's what you call love. This is how nature loves you. It supports your life every second. While you're sleeping, your heart is still beating. You're not in control of that. What you call spirit is nature's energy. What you call God is nature's energy keeping everything alive at one time, and we call that love. And when you have a child, that love comes out instantly because you're ready to support that child's life, and you call that love. And when your parents, you instantly love your parents because you love them because they support your life. Anything that supports life, supports your life, your child's life, your family's life, that is love. And if it does not support life, it is not love. This is the correct definition. And this is why we eat correctly. So when you say, I love myself, and you're eating incorrectly, is what you're eating supporting your life? If not, you're not loving yourself, you're loving your ego. And that's what we do. We as a people love our ego. We support the things that support our ego. We go work for ego. We work for money. Is your work supporting others' lives? Because that's love. Are you supporting the life of your family? Because that's love. You can't just say it. You have to support their life. And you feel the love when they support yours. When you need something done, or you're hurting, or you're in pain, like the love that everybody showed me when I was in pain. Right? That's instant love. Because they support your life. They support your hurt. They support how you feel. Whether you live the next day of life. That is life. That's love. And that is God. That's what we call God. That's what we call nature. There's nothing. There's no event. There's no circumstance. There is no miracle. There is nothing that happens that has ever happened since creation that does not come through nature. There is not one spirit, one savior, one form of anything that does not come through nature. There's no miracle, no blessings, no faith, no decisions. There is nothing that does not come through the gateways of nature that matters to you. You can do nothing with space and time. Life matters. You need matter. You need the physical. The physical body is also spirit. Who told you that the body didn't matter? Stop reading books. Your body is a living being. It loves you. It takes care of you. Your skin is your biggest organ. It's made up of cells. Which cell is the spirit? Because all the cells are living. Because all the cells, you are a complete being. Everything, your heart is beating on its own. Your lungs taking in air, igniting that energy that's sent to your brain. You're not in control of this. Your whole body is filled with what you call spirit, filled with life, filled with love. And that's what it's about. This is why we eat correctly. This is journey on. We're supposed to be supporting each other's lives. This is why we're broken up. Because we are all eating things that do not support our life. We are all doing things that do not support the life of the people. The life outside, the life of nature. We are so much in violation, and this is why we are in the circumstances we are today. This is what's going on. This is why you can walk in any religious organization and you find people that are sick. Because no matter where you go, no matter what you read, if it's not supporting your life, it's not love. No matter what you're doing. Nature comes first, then people, then books and information and things like that. If it was ever written on any stone, if it's ever been written on any piece of dirt, if it's ever been written on paper, if it was ink, if it was stone, if it was dirt, if it was rearranged the way nature has already placed it, it had to be rearranged by somebody who could do it. And so if it was rearranged or wrote, that means we had to already have the information which comes from inside. Before anybody can write any scroll, any artifact, any stone, any information, it had to come from somebody who could write it. And if it came from somebody who could write it, it came from the information inside. It had to come from nature because nature creates all life. And everything comes through the gateways of nature, which is life, which is to support life, which is what we call love. And let me go ahead and see what we got going on. I ain't really... What's going on? Yeah. Great love. I appreciate it. Love y'all all. Vaughn, Valerie. Yeah. It is strong, man. But I'm back. I mean, it's been difficult, man. I love y'all, man. So I'm gonna teach y'all something else. I'm gonna give y'all another piece that's so important about the plants. Whoever we look at this, y'all finna get it. Y'all finna get it real. So I still been absorbing information. I've been meditating. Y'all might be able to hear it in the background. And so let me give you something else. The plant life on this planet is what determines what spirits can live here. Vegetation determines life on this planet. Just look around. In the tropical rainforest, you have the most diverse life. And if you look in the desert, where there is less plants, you will see less organisms, which is less spirits. Anywhere that there is abundant vegetation, abundant fruits, vegetables, grass, and herbs, you find diverse organisms. And you find the most diverse organisms where we were from. Look at that. From the jungles, from the tropical rainforest, where the sun meets the earth and gives the sun gives the earth the most energy, the most information. Wherever the sun gives the most information to on the planet is where God will express, or love or life will express the most. So when you have the tropical rainforest, which is where we're from, this is why they say the African man is God. Do not be fooled. The white man is also nature. He's also God, but God is more expressed in the black man than he is in everything else. This is why we're from the tropical rainforest, because wherever the sun and the earth meet, right? Wherever the sun provides the most light is where you're going to find the most life force, right? Look at Alaska and then look at the tropical rainforest. Look at here and look at the tropical rainforest. You're going to find, as you get further and further away from the equator, as you get further and further away from where the sun gives its light, you find less and less organisms, right? And you can't violate this code in nature. If you remove the camel from the desert and put him in Alaska, he's not going to make it because nature has not arranged for his spirit to live there. Vegetation decides life or love on this planet. This is why all the vegan animals show more love. They're more family oriented, right? They're more peaceful. They don't kill their young, while all the predator animals, it's more do or die. It's more violent attacks. It's more, we'll kill our youngs if we have to. This is what you call a beastly manner. And so when we feed this death to our body, right? This is not how us being tropical people, us being loving people, us being life, us being a planet, us being a plant, we should be eating plants. We're designed for it. Your body easily digests fruit. If you just look at the way you're designed, everything knows what they're supposed to be eating, and they can't eat it raw. Whatever you have to cook, there is something that life, something that love, something that nature created that can eat it raw. So that means that you choose to cook it for your ego because it does not support your life. You cannot enhance life. You cannot enhance nature. Nature is the only being able to do everything and do it perfectly, and has been doing it since creation. Remember that people like to say, well, God came first and this came first, but then you say God is infinite, and then you say God is everything. It's only one thing that's been everything since creation, and that being is nature. Second, when you say that God is infinite, meaning no beginning, meaning no ending, there is no such thing as first or last. Meaning that God has always been nature, has always been me and you. You can't go to a point in time where you don't exist, my fellow reflections, my fellow kings and queens. Because you got to remember that if God is infinite, meaning that there is no such thing as first, no such thing as last, right? And nature has no beginning or ending, and everything that you can know of, you can't have an idea. You can't form a thought without nature. There's no place in nature you can go where nature does not exist. There's no thought that you can think of that's not nature. There's no person, no being, no situation, no circumstance, no love, no life, no scroll. There's nothing ancient. There's nothing that does not come through the gateways of life called nature. Nature is God. Stop playing. Wake up. This is where we wake up. And nature is the only being able to create food and create it perfectly. Nature has been creating you. It's keeping everything growing at once. It's growing your child. It's growing you. It's growing plants. It's growing insects. It's doing all this at once, keeping every heart beating, keeping air in every lung, in every plant, keeping water in everybody's body. At one time, it's giving everybody what you call nature energy, life force, love. And this is why we love ourselves. This is why we eat correctly. Anybody who sees this message should get it. Should get it. I've been concentrating. As everybody knows, my daughter died 3 weeks ago, but I've been in a zone. It just continues. It don't stop. She continues to speak through me. This is life we're talking about. She came with a message, and when you come with a message in life, it can be gone. You can leave quickly. It happens. She came powerful. It changed me. It's changing you. As you listen, as I speak. This is called life. This is our purpose. We support each other's life. You support the life of your kid. You want them to live better. You don't give them what they like. You give them what is going to enhance their life. That is love. You give your family what enhances their life. That is love. You want to just let me show you how easy it is to love on a date. If I want to go on a date with a queen, why does food stand out? Because it supports her life. Already you're ready to go out and eat. Women love to eat. You know why? Because it supports your life. It fills you with life force. You like that. Hey, sweetheart, you want some water? You want something to drink? Oh, she likes that because it supports life force. Anything that supports life is love. Right? She has kids. You do something for their kids that supports their life. Oh, she gonna like that. You know why? Because you support that queen life. I can teach you kings how to love your queens. Stop playing. This is called supporting life. Support the life of your queens. Support the life of your kids. Support the life of your family. It's not about independent. Who taught y'all that? Get out these books. If everybody's independent, that means we live individually. We together, are we not? Right? We have to support each other's lives, or we're going to keep being divided. When we're breaking down on the inside, and this is why you can't love. When somebody's not eating correctly, when you're not supporting your own life, how can you tell me you're loving? To love means to support life. If you're not supporting life, you're not loving. You're loving your ego. You do what you like. You eat what you like. That's called ego. When you eat what enhances yourself, when you eat and do things that enhance your life, that is love. So, this is what it's about, y'all. And so, like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. I don't know how long I've been on. I hope everybody enjoyed, man. I got more to say, and I got I got something else I'm gonna do for y'all too, man. This is video on YouTube. I'm gonna kind of talk through it. Y'all gonna love this, man. It's just gonna show you just how connected nature is to everything. Just how your veins and everything look, just like your veins are similar to that of the stems and the roots of a tree, because they are the same thing. You are nature. You are life force. Everything on this planet will require water, require oxygen, require sunlight, require the earth. I know many different religions. I know many different types of people. We all know atheists, Muslims, Buddhists. I mean, culture is basically where you're raised at. But I don't know one plant. I don't know one insect. I don't know one planet. I don't know one star, one galaxy. I don't know one situation. I don't know one circumstance. I don't know one person. I don't know anything since creation that can survive or did not come out or through and did not speak as nature. Stop playing. Right? Didn't he say as above, so below? If below we live in nature, then above is nature. You got higher and lower natures and infinite versions of it. You got infinite higher versions of nature, peace, and you got infinite versions of lower nature, hell. I can give you all the knowledge. It speaks through me. I don't need books. You eat the right way. The knowledge is in your food. And matter of fact, that reminds me, I'm not getting off yet. I got something. Who on right now? Okay, we only got 11 people on. That's good. Whoever sees is going to get it. Right? So I'm going to give y'all something else. How old is the soil? My boy Marcus Lamb, if you see this is for you. Because I seen it in your post and it reminded me that I wanted to speak on it. How old is the soil? What is the soil? Why do we eat plants? Why does vegetation decide life? Don't you know that every animal, every insect, every bone, every heart, every brain of all your ancestors, of all the animals that ever existed on the planet have became the soil? That is knowledge. Your ancestors are the soil. They are the air you breathe. They had air in their lungs. They had earth in their body. They had light in your body. You're receiving these same things, or you're supposed to through your food. The soil, the plants reach into the ground and grab the memories, the knowledge of your ancestors and pull it to the plants called minerals. You eat these plants and the information goes into your body, strengthening the bones, strengthening the blood, strengthening the brain, strengthening the heart. And you have these memories. This is why you have dreams of people in places that you've never seen before. Because all this is intimately connected. The earth is filled with the memories, the bones, the knowledge of your ancestors. Everything becomes one. All the 100 million thousands of people that ever died throughout history, all the dinosaurs and all the bones and brains, all that becomes the earth. It becomes nourishment for the plants to go down and reach in there and grab life, reach in there and grab love, bring that love out into the plants. We eat these plants and they enhance us with memories, with strength, right? With what we call knowledge. And then we can transfer this knowledge to a book. But from a book, it can get distorted. This is why we must always resort to nature, because nature and life is first. Life is love, and that's what it is. And this is what it means. It means life. Life everlasting. Because nature is everlasting. There is no point in time where you can go to nature does not exist. Infinite space, infinite matter, infinite time. So, if everything is infinite, that means that there is no point in any time, in any space, in any matter that we cannot exist as nature or as what you call God. And let me show you something else. If you take the word nigger and switch the way we use the word G, such as je, right? Such as ja. So if we take the word nigger and we switch the G to using it such as je, we have neje, which is almost nature. Nature, neje, yashur. The same thing, man. It's nature. Nature, neither, neutral, nurture, life. It's love. That's what it's about. And this is what we exist for. And so this is what it's about. This is why we eat correctly. So I'm back on my fruit fast. For me, I don't have no problem gaining or losing weight. So it just depends on what you eat. For me, bananas will do it. If you want to gain some weight and you want to do, you're trying to do your fruits and vegetable things, you try to do your bananas. Your organic small bananas and mangoes. Do a lot of fruit. Don't eat small just because you go vegan. Don't mean eat small. It means you eat to put the life force in. Great rising, everybody. Much love, everybody that's on. I'm sorry if I didn't get to all y'all message. I'm checking everything out now. Hey, Lane, what's up? What's up, Miguel? I see you know this push. I actually want to go over that with you too, man. When you do it, make sure that you're breathing in slow and you're exhaling slow. I should show everybody real quick. Y'all want to see it real quick? I guess I could show everybody what we do. So much love to everybody, man. Marcus Lamb, you need to watch it over because I just said a little piece for you on the soil. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back over it just for you. When you actually made a statement that I just went over, and I go over it again just for you and everybody that just joining on the soil. How old is soil and how important is the soil? And that's what people don't realize is that the vegetation on this planet decides what spirits, what organisms can live in whatever place. Wherever the sun hits the earth and gives the most life force, which is where we're from, the tropical rainforest, you're going to find the most diverse organisms. You're going to find the most color, and you're going to find constant life, like the tropical rainforest. Wherever the sun does not give the same information to the earth, you're going to find less plants, and in turn, when you find less plants, you find less spirits or less organisms. Plants determine life on this planet. Even in the ocean, you have animals that eat the sea coral, or you have the animals that eat the sea plants. Stop playing. Plants determine life on this planet. It's called a plant. It's the same thing. And also, when you come down to how old is the soil, remember that the soil is your ancestors. It's the ancestors of every dinosaur, of every bird, of every tree, of everything that was ever on this planet. It has become the soil. It is filled with knowledge. It is filled with memories. It's filled with what you call life, what you call love. To love means to support life. If anybody didn't see that, y'all need to watch the video over. To love means to support life. If you do not support life, it's not love. I'm giving everybody the real definition, and it can't be denied. And that's what we're talking about, and that's what we're going to go over. So when you love your queens, you love your kings, that means you support their life, you show that love. It's not about saying it, it's about showing. Just like nature shows you love, nature supports your life. It doesn't just, you never, matter of fact, watch this. You ain't never heard the air, the water, the sun, the earth. They never said they love you, but they show it every day. How about that? They never say they love you. The air you breathing right now, you never heard it say, I love you. This earth body you using, you never heard it say, I love you unless you speak it, right? When you're talking about the sun, you receive its light every day, and it helps you every day. It never says I love you, but it shows it. So it's about showing that love. You show that love to your kings, your queens, your children by supporting their life. You don't give people what they like, you give people what shows that love. Because at the end of the day, when they're not sick and their body's strong and they're feeling healthy and they're feeling vibrant and they're going out and they're being able to get through the toughest struggles, this is what allows me to speak to y'all like I do. This allows me to get through my situation because I understand life. Many people don't understand what went through, what I understood on my daughter. It made it so much easier. She spoke through me through my hurt. She still speaks through me now. It makes it so much easier with the understanding of life. The breath she was breathing went back to the air. Her body goes back to the earth. Her light returns back to the sun. Her water returns back to wherever water goes. You see what I'm saying? This is life. Nature is infinite. This is what we do. Able to keep every heart beating. Able to keep everybody alive at the same time. Only nature. Everything, every situation, every life force, all knowledge that's contained in everything comes from nature. It comes from air, water, sunlight, earth, and without these things you don't have the ability to speak. And so the more you put this into your body, the more life force you get, the more you change. I'm living proof of it. Stop playing. I don't read, I don't go to school, I didn't go to college. That's not what I did. But I still show love. I still show life. And I'm showing it to you now, and that's what it's about. This is how we correct our nation. We can't talk about building a nation before we talk about supporting life. Because how are we going to do that sick? We can't build with each other sick. We can't build a nation with sick bodies, with sick vessels. We can't talk about spirituality. It's many things I can go into on meditation and things like that, but the focus needs to be food. Exactly. The focus needs to be food, and everybody that's eating correctly, just talk to them. You'll find out like their mind is working better, but it's not about reading. It's just that your mind is not made of pages. We write pages. Your mind is made of nature. Your mind is made of love. Your mind is made of delivering minerals, think about it. Minerals, memories. Look how close they are. The minerals are the memories of creation. They go into the body and wake the body up with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I got the message. It's really simple. Iron is informational memories to the blood, right? Calcium is informational memories to the bone. Copper is information to the brain. Carbon is information to every system. Oxygen is information to every system. Nitrogen and hydrogen, information to the system, information to the body. This is what you call information, memories, minerals, knowledge. These wake the body up and allow you to store or create more information. What we went wrong at is that we tried to rearrange perfection. We tried to rearrange nature. And that's what we went wrong at. And that's where all the stories come from. Every book, and just think about it. I mean, I can correct, listen, everybody drop all religions, like I mentioned, it's really easy. Look at any religious book. Look at go to any priest, go to any Buddhist monk, go to anybody that you think that knows the message, that's Muslim or whatever, and tell them to name somebody that came on this planet that had any message that did not come through nature. They did not need life force. They did not need nature's energy. There's no decisions. I'm going to go over I want to repeat it through this video. There's no decisions. There's no miracles. There are no blessings. There's no faith. There's no religion that does not come through nature. Nature is God. Stop playing. Never in creation has there been a situation, circumstance, event, place, thing, person, animal, insect, anything that did not come through the gateways of nature. Stop playing. Nature is God. It's time to wake up, people. And it's always been right in your face. To talk through a burning bush is nature. What are you talking about? To speak from Most High. When you look up and you say, and when he says above, so below, if you see below nature and you look up and you see more nature, it's nature. God is nature. He's been telling you the whole time. Exactly. This is the breakdown. This is how we wake people up. To say that we're infinite. This is what it means when you say that you can't die. This is what it means when they say that things are an illusion. That doesn't mean that this life does not matter. That's not what illusion means. It means that death is an illusion because we're infinite. It doesn't mean the body doesn't matter, because the body returns and the body comes back infinitely, because life is infinite. If nature is infinite, God is infinite, and everything is God, then you two are infinite. You two have no beginning, no ending. You can never go to a point in time and space where you did not exist. You don't remember a time or a thing called death. You don't remember that. You can only remember life. Even in your dreams, you can only remember life. Even lifetimes you don't even know of, people you don't know of, places you haven't seen. You can only remember life. Because everything in your body is made of life. Nothing in your body is made of death, except for the things you can put in it. See, death, the illusion, the artificial, is the only thing that you can put into your body that causes that breakdown. Because everything in nature created only looks for life. The plants, they go in the ground and grab the life of your ancestors. They go in and grab the life of minerals, the mineral. They go into life and show yourself love and show yourself life so you can be enhanced. It's a code to this. Everything on this planet know their food, and they know their food through their senses. You have smell, taste, you got hearing, sight, you got touch. And it's supposed to be attractive to you. Meat and blood is sweet to a lion. His tongue receptors love the taste of raw blood and meat. When it comes down to flies, they love shit. When it comes down to bees, they're looking for a certain type of flower to make their honey. When it comes down to hummingbirds, they're looking for a certain type of flower to get their nectar. They don't eat worms. When it comes down to woodpecker, they are built by nature to go and peck wood to get to whatever they got to get to, while other birds can go to the ground and get worms. They don't share food. You got to understand that we're coded. Everything on this planet know what they're supposed to be eating. If you don't know your food or you don't know your family, then you don't know life, and you are called lost. I don't care if it's a swarm of bees, a swarm of flies, a flock of birds, a school of fish. I don't care if it's a herd of buffalo, a pride of lions. Wherever you find life, they all eat the same food. Every lion eats the same food and has the same belief as the next lion, which is nature. Right? Every gorilla has the same belief as the next gorilla. Every fly has the same belief and they eat the same food as the next fly. Every insect, if you have a caterpillar, they're looking for the same belief as the next caterpillar. Everything on this planet knows their food, knows their enhancement, knows their memories that they're supposed to be grabbing from the earth to enhance them. This shit go deep. I know it go deep. People don't realize how deep it go. This is why it's important. This is why I do it. This is why I take it serious, because I understand that. I understand this is where we went. This is where we went lost. This is where we got lost, and that's what it's about. And so, I love y'all, man. I love y'all for being here with me through this, man. That's what it's about, because I support y'all life. This is what this message is about. It's life support. That's what it's about. Life support is love. And so y'all eat better. Y'all do y'all best. I know it's difficult in this world, but you got to understand, with each person that does this right, it gets easier. When you walk across, when you go in any building, and the next brother or the next queen or the next sister is eating the same way and eating more correctly, it motivates the next person to do it. We got to start supporting each other's life. We say we support life, but we let our family eat incorrectly. We let them smoke cigarettes. We let them do the wrong drugs. We let them take all this. You know, that's not supporting their life. That's letting them live their life, which is the life of death. That's not life support. That's not love. Remember that love is to support life. So if you're in a situation where y'all not supporting each other's life, y'all got to change that. Y'all got to see that y'all not loving each other. If you're a king and a queen, y'all together, and you don't see the life being supported, the growth, that's called life. That's love. That's not life support. You got to change that, and that's what it's about, man. And so I'll probably get off in a second, man. I got some things I want to go through, so I'm just going to go back and see if anybody had any questions. Q&A time. Q&A time. I don't do a lot of Q&A, man. This is the first time y'all seen me since my little incident. And from the incident, I still haven't got the autopsy back. It's still, you know, that's the last little closure I have to get on it. I mean, from the story, you know, it never really made sense. But, you know, it just, anything could happen. You know, she could have, you know, when she was left alone, she could have picked up something and drunk something that was left out. It was a new house, new area. I mean, to me, it was no matter what, it was a very careless situation on either end, whether purposely or not purposely, it was careless. And that's just the truth about it. So, but at the end of the day, everything happens for a cause or a reason or up under the sun. So it's all good. And I know I did my part. I know I received the message. I received the enhancement. And anybody who sees this video, it's very clear. And this video need to be shared. Y'all share it a million times, because people need to see what love is. People need to see life. Y'all stop liking videos and not sharing. And there's my mama. There's a queen back there. I'm live, mama. You better get out the window if you got them clothes on. Hey. So yeah, and that's what it's about, man. So anybody that didn't see the whole video, y'all go back and watch the whole video over, man. I said a lot of important things, man. I swear, rewatch this video. I put my heart into it. I've been absorbing this knowledge from creation. I get out here, man. I get out here barefooted, shirt off, eating mangoes and water, and absorbing this nature energy, absorbing life. That's how you receive knowledge. What if everybody instead on Sunday, what if everybody instead of going to church and instead of going to all these religious buildings, and if you read any religious book, they'll tell you that you can't find me in places built by man's hands. There's only two types of places. Places built by man's hands and nature. So when God says, he tell you he's nature in so many ways. So when God says you can't find me in places built by man's hands, and the only two places we know of is nature's and places built by man's hands, God is nature. Wake up. He tells you this. Stop playing. And so that's what it's about, man. We gotta really get to it. We gotta really start absorbing life. So I get out here, and instead like I said, instead of Sundays, if everybody just go outside and start just being outside with each other and start going, you know, drink some fresh water, eating fresh fruit, you know what I'm saying, planting seeds on this planet, growing fresh vegetables, growing fruits for our children. How about that on Sundays? You don't think that supports life more than going into a building where everybody's sick? You got to realize that we got to change the way we're doing things, because it's not working. It's not working. We're not supporting life, right? To support life means to support nature. We got to fix our planet. That's what we're supposed to be doing every Sunday, every life day. We got to come out here. We need to come out here on Sundays and gather in places and plant seeds that's going to grow more fruit, so we can have fresh fruit. We need to clean up the waters and rivers on Sundays. We need to find out how to fix the air on Sundays. We need to find out how to make the earth a better place for our kids to live on Sunday. How about that? That don't make more sense on Life Day on Sunday, on a day of life, than to go in the building for a couple of hours, read a book that we wrote, right? That's filled with people. Remember that a religious place is supposed to be a place of healing. So why, if you walk in any religious organization in the world, have the organization is sick? Because if you don't follow nature, if you don't get out that building, if you don't start eating love and life, it don't even matter. You're going to be sick. Every grandma ain't getting called home. Everybody in the hospital ain't getting called home by God. They sick. They sick because if you do not abide by nature's law, nature will dismantle you. That's what you call disease. When your bones are breaking down,
When your body's breaking down what you call disease, that's nature dismantling you to create a life form that will go with the form of love, that will follow love, that will follow life. That's what it's about. Any life form on this planet that does not follow love, that does not follow life, that does not only eat life, will be broken down, and nature will rearrange it into something that will. It does it every day. When things get old enough to where they can't provide life force, they go back into the ground, and nature creates something that will provide more life. And it will do the same to you, and it's doing the same to our ancestors. Remember, you exist as a life force. You exist as nature. Nothing comes through. There's nothing, no event. Nature equals all space, all matter, all time. There's no event. You can't do nothing without matter. Life matters. Earth matters. Water matters. Fire matters. Spirit matters. God matters. Allah matters. It all matters, because the only thing that matters is matter. Does your mind take up space? Yes, it does. So the mind is matter. You got to get off these books. They teach you that mind is over matter, but the mind, does the brain take up space? Yes or no? Yes, the brain takes up space, so how is it mind over matter? Mind is matter. Does the spirit take up space? Yes, it does. So spirit is also matter. Spirit matters. Everything matters. Who told y'all life and earth bodies and all this stuff didn't matter? It all matters. Higher nature matter, lower nature matter, this nature matters. It all matters. Because if it didn't, you wouldn't exist here. That's what it's about. You exist here for a reason. You exist here to support life, and that's what we got to be doing. And so this message has been a little long, and like I said, I got something for y'all. I'm going to go over with y'all a little later on. And yeah, it gets deep. It gets deep. Anybody, I'm telling you, I watched the video over. I put a lot down that can't be denied. And one thing about it is, can't nothing I say be denied. You can bring me any priest. You can bring me any scripture. You can bring me anybody, and they cannot show me anything that did not come out of the gateways of nature. They can't show me not one life force. They can't show me one idea. They can't show me one decision. They can't show me one faith. They can't show me one scripture. They can't show me nothing that did not come out or through or as nature. Nature is God. Stop playing. Nature doesn't have a beginning. They can't show me a beginning to nature. They can't show me a point in space and time where there's an end to nature. You can't show me an end to life. You can't show me a beginning to life, because life is God. Nature is God. Simple. God is a term made by beings that came out of nature, and you're going to say that God is God. Come on, stop playing. We came from that. So if you're going to have any correct term, you can say all, you can say nature. And nigga mean the same thing. Like I told people before, I said it earlier in the video. If you change the G word and change it to J, then you have Niger, which is nature. So if you take nigger and switch the way you say G, Niger, the same way. Just like people say Ja, if you change the word God and switch it to a J sound, you have Jad. Same thing. It's a language change. But either way it goes, it's a language change that happened through as nature. And so it looks like my blunt just arrived, so I'm finna go ahead and roll up. That's what I've really been... Exactly. Truth is verifiable, and everything. They got people believing into the unknown. Stop playing. Nature is known life. Why you want to believe into an unknown life force? Why would your creator want to be invisible to you? The creator is the creation. When you have something that is infinite, no beginning, no ending, the only way for something like that to exist is to exist as the creation. The only way to be every mind, every eye, every ear, every heartbeat, every force of life, on every planet, on every galaxy, in every dimension, is to exist as life itself. Is to exist as nature. There is no creator of nature. The creation is nature. Nature is the creator living as the creation. That's what you call infinite. No beginning, no ending. It's time to wake up. I got the message. I'm telling you, I get it straight from the source, and it can't be denied. If so, bring me. You can easily prove it to me. All I want people to do is I want them to bring me whatever they think is God. I want them to bring me any scripture. I want them to bring me any priest. I want them to bring me any Buddhist. I want them to bring me anybody that they think they got the message that's not nature. And all I want them to do is hold their breath. Don't go out into the sunlight. Don't eat nothing from the earth, right? And don't drink no water. And I guarantee you that my nature is going to show you that it's God before your books, before your speech, before your scripture. You need nature, and every being on this planet needs nature, and they show you that every day. Every force of life worship nature, not what you call a book, right? But we know people, we know places, and we know things that do not. Appreciate it. We know people, we know places, we know things that do not worship books. But we don't know nobody. We don't know no insects. We don't know no plants. We don't know no planets. We don't know no galaxies. We don't know no stars. We don't know no people. We don't know nothing, no place, no being, no situation that has not happened as, through, and in nature. That's just the truth. That's nature is God. Stop playing. That's what it is. And when you start to only eat from nature, when you only start to do things that support life, when you start to be one with nature, you start to wake up and realize, like, you're right. It's really simple. Your skin start to vibrate higher. You start to have a different message. You start to speak different. You stop getting nervous. I used to get nervous when I speak, right? You start to have better ideas. You start to support the life of your people. You start to live more naturally. You start to not need deodorant. It's a lot of stuff that start happening. Your bowels start not to stink. Ask anybody who do it the right way. These are all true facts. So when you love yourself, how can you love yourself if you don't know about that life you call love? You got to know about your body. How can you love yourself if you don't know about your body, the thing you say you love? If you don't know what you're made out of, if you don't know what force required to enhance it, that's not love. You playing. It's time to stop playing. It's time to wake up, my kings and queens. It's time to stop playing with this. It's time to do this the right way. Anybody who gets this message is going to get it the right way. And it's like I say, since life is infinite, things can be infinitely complex or they can be infinitely simpler. They can be infinitely dark or they can be infinitely light. They can be infinitely negative or they can be infinitely positive. All life is infinite. It's time to get the picture. And so it's all about what you make it as a being. All things equals nature. It's all life force. And that's what it's about. Who getting chills? Let's see. Who getting chills? Oh yeah, of course you can relate. Everybody can relate. Exactly. And that's only 102 minerals that we know. That's the ones that they tell us about. It don't matter how many it is. See, I'm finna bust that 102 mineral milk. There are more than 102 minerals. You gotta understand that when you have infinite, right? Things get infinitely big, right? So there are stars so big that there's nothing that we have that can measure it. And there's things so small that there's nothing that we can have that can measure it, because they get infinitely small and they get infinitely big. So everything that we can see are just in the middle of the infinite being thing. So it's things that we can see, right? And it's things that every time we get a new microscope or something, we can see something just a little bit smaller. And then we make something else, and then we can see things just a little bit smaller. And then we make something else, and then we see things just a little bit bigger. Because things get infinitely big. Life is infinite. God is infinite. So there's infinite planets, infinite galaxies, infinite stars, infinite grass, infinite everything. All life is infinite. It's life everywhere. This is why your memories are contained with different things from all over the world, different places you've never seen, different people you've never seen. Your memories are contained with creation. You're filled with what you call infinite spirits. Each mineral in your body is a spirit. Remember that life is spirit. So if you are made up 102 more minerals, then each one is a spirit. What do you think is controlling your heartbeat, your mind, the water in your eyes, the water in your mouth, your teeth growing? All these things live on their own. Stop playing. It's time to wake up. Yeah, you say you want to follow. Yeah. Yeah, and then like, when it comes down to the foods, man, I'm gonna give y'all the correct this is real cosmic consciousness right here. This is what you call being spiritual. To be spiritual means to be cosmically in tune to nature, in tune to life. What have y'all been thinking spiritual was? To be spiritual means to support the life of the life force that gives all life creation. So that means to support nature. That means to support the nature of your body, others, to support the nature of your life, to support the nature of others' lives, and to support the nature of nature. To support, that's cosmically in tune. That's what you call spiritual, to be in tune to life, to support all life. To be in tune to the life force of creation is nature. That's what it means to be spiritual. And so this is why we eat correctly. And to eat correctly means to obey your correct diet. There's a system to this. A lion has 2 stomachs. That's why he can eat meat. He has 2 stomachs, a rough tongue. He can digest fur and nails and guts and blood. That's not you. You can't even digest grass. Do you know why you don't eat grass? Because like a cow digested, the grass has too much fiber and would tear your stomach up. That's not for you. You can't eat the leaves out here on bushes. But everything that you see outside, there is a species, or there is something that nature, that the life force of creation that God made, that eats it in its raw, natural state. So to give you a secret on what you can eat, if you cannot eat it raw, it was not designed for you. So yeah, you can cook if you want to, but you're not enhancing the food. You're just making something inedible by nature, by God, edible. So it wasn't for you and you're making it for you. That's a violation. That's why we're sick. You don't violate nature. So that means that if it does not taste good to you raw, if you cannot digest it the way nature made it, It is not designed for you. Can you digest a bean raw? Does it taste good to you raw? No, it does not. Does rice taste good to you raw? No, it does not. What about fruits? Yes, they do. Now, who designed that fruit? Who designed the tongue receptors for fruit to taste sweet to you? Because fruit don't taste sweet to a lion or to a cow. So you got to realize it's a design. Fruit smells sweet to you. Fruits look sweet to you. They look attractive. When somebody bites into a fruit, it sounds attractive to you. The taste of a fruit is naturally attractive with no oils, with no seasoning, with no spices, with no forks, with no pots. Just the way nature made it. You can literally go up to a tree and bite a fruit off a tree just the way nature made it. Just like a lion can go up to any animal and bite in the back of his ass raw. You can't do that because you weren't designed like that. You have children. When you let your kid go outside and go hunting with their bare hands and teeth and bring back an animal to the table, bloody and gored, no, you wouldn't, because it's not your design. You plan. You're a play predator. No predators don't have no play. You can't be a predator and have a pet, because when you have a pet, your natural animal instincts to hunt that animal out will come out. You can't have a dog. You can't have a cat. You can't have a fish. You can't have a bird as a pet. You're a predator. That's food. That's meat. See, you're not really a predator. All predators will eat their young. Bring your pet fish, your pet bird, your dog around any lion, and they're going to show you a predator. They're going to show you what a real predator is. And that's what a predator is. And so when it comes down to what we eat, we're supposed to be eating life. And when you put nothing on this planet eats a thing called dead food. And anything that eats a dead food gets disease, including animals fed by humans. So that means that, yes, our pets get diseases because humans feed them. Anything that nature eats unarranged does not get sick. The reason why is because there's a code in this food, and it's meant to be eaten in this raw, natural, living state. I'm going to give y'all the definition on food. Food is the instructional life force to the planet. The instructional energy. It is the knowledge to the planet to wake up your journey. If you was a bee, when you go to that flower, he knows what information he's getting to go about his journey, and he doesn't alter that journey. A caterpillar, right? He wants to be a butterfly. He has to go to certain types of leaves and keep eating them and stay hidden to cocoon and become a butterfly. He won't arrange because he won't rearrange because the book said so. So when you look at life, everything has an arrangement, has a food, and it's created in its raw state and can be eaten raw. If you can't eat it raw, it's not best for you. Before transitioning to a vegan lifestyle, I lost my dad last year, sat around depressed, eating emotion, fast food joints, gained 40 pounds. This man lost, I can't see it all why. Oh, yeah. Most definitely. You know, sometimes we make mistakes. We don't live for those mistakes. We live to get over it. We live to stay strengthened. So, yeah, we slip up. But just imagine if you try your best to eat fruits and vegetables and try your best to eat raw every day, automatically you do better than you was before, even when you slip. That's what it's about. And you start to slip a lot less. It's not about, see, what we do is, as a people, we think about what we have to lose rather than what we have to gain from it. Start thinking about what you're going to gain from it than what you're going to lose. When you think about what you're going to lose, that's when you get dismotivated. Always keep in mind what you're going to gain from the situation. What you're going to gain. You're going to gain life. You're going to gain vitality. You're going to gain stronger bones, stronger life force. You're going to be able to attract more. You're an electromagnetic being. When you eat electromagnetic food, you attract more into your life. You attract better people. You attract higher life force. That's what this is about. And so when you want, and that's what it's about. If you want to be in, it's very simple. Like anybody that's been here the whole video, I know it's kind of long, but anybody who's been here the whole video, when you attract love, that means to attract life. So you go places that are filled with life, because if it's filled with life, it's filled with love. You eat things that are filled with life, because if it's filled with life, it's filled with love. You only date people that are filled with life, that support their own life, because if it's filled with life, it's filled with love. That's what it's about. You support the things when your job, right? If you're unhappy with your job, more than likely it's not supporting your life or supporting the lives of others. Because if it does not support life, it's not love. I know this. It's simple. To support life means to support love. Life is love. It's not a separation. Life is what allows love. Somebody told me before, they was like, well, how is nature God? Because nature can't love. And I said, so how are you breathing right now? Because nature is showing you life force right now. There's water in your body that every system needs. Nature's showing you love right now. There's sunlight that you need to grow. Nature's showing you love right now. To support life, not to say it. It means to show it. Every system in your body is showing you love right now. But you got to show yourself love by putting love into your body. This is why you eat correctly. And when you show love to your body, it shows love back. It starts to look gorgeous. It starts to look stronger. You start to tighten up. Your stomach that stomach you didn't like no more starts to go away. That pain in your bones you didn't like starts to go away. That your memories that you couldn't remember things, they start to come back. What's going on? It's not a magic trick. You're showing yourself life. You're showing yourself love. And when you do this, the body wakes up. This is why you eat raw. You eat raw food. You eat vegan. You eat life, because it's going to help your life. It's going to enhance your life in every area. You are the source to everything that goes on in your life. So stop working on the branches. Your job is your branch. Your kids are a branch. Anything in your life that you do is a branch of you. So when you work on you, you automatically work on all the branches. This is what it means by self-preservation. This is what it means by self-love. When you work on your love for yourself and you start loving your life, you start walking around more vibrant, you're attracting more, you're stronger, you're more energetic, you get more done. Because everybody needs to hear it. And if everybody hears it, I promise you, people are going to wake up from this message, I promise you. Everybody won't, because 1,000 people sleep, do not awake at the same time and never have. Sleep is necessary. So we got everything on the planet, right? It's at every point in the planet, something is sleep, something is woke. That simple. Everything can be simple or complex. There is no second where something is not sleep, and there is no second where something is not woke. There is no second where something is not light. There is no second where something is not dark. There is no second where something is not negative. There is no second where something is not positive. There is no second where something is not joy. There is no second where something is not sadness. This is life. This balance. This is continuity. So yeah, I'm finna go ahead and I guess I get off for a second. I did want to show you. I wanted my boy Miguel. Miguel, you still on? If Miguel's still on, I might show him something real quick. Yeah, Miguel is still on, so I guess I will show him what I was talking about. So this is what we was talking about real quick, Miguel. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get out here real quick and show people. Let's see if I can be seen, if I do it correctly. And so all you do, Miguel, is when you come down, you're gonna go down about 90 degrees, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna inhale slowly, and then when you exhale, you wanna exhale as slow as you can. Remember that breath is life force. And so anytime you're working out, if you're running out of breath, they've taught you the wrong way how to work out. This is why slower cardio is always better. You want to go like a mediocre, you want to focus on your breath. If you're out of breath, you're out of life force. What keeps you alive every second? Who told you to run till you get out of breath? You don't see nothing alive in nature running till they get out of breath every second. Not every second. Even the cheetah, when it hunts down its prey, it can't wait to rest. So I'm just doing this hold right here. Y'all probably can't see me holding because I'm right in the damn phone. But I wonder how long I've been holding this. Anybody timing this shit? Hey, everybody. I love y'all again. Hey, everybody need to see this message, I swear to God. And so a lot of times what we want to start doing is start working out in nature, right? And that's what we want to do. We want to start working out in nature because that's where the body can receive more oxygen. Remember that you work off of life force. That's your strength. So when you're out in the sun, when you're out in the fresh air, when you're out where you can get fresh water, when you're out where your feet can connect with the ground, you're going to receive more life force. You're going to receive strength. You're going to receive more energy for your workout. Remember that everything that complements your body is not found in any building. It's found out in life. It's found out in the life force. It's found out in nature. Nothing that complements you can find in the house. So that's what it's about. And so like I said, I'm probably about to get off. I love everybody that got on. Yeah, like I said, everybody watch this video. I promise, it's worth it. Everybody that watched it, watch the whole video. I promise you're gonna get a real message. You're gonna get real strength from it, and that's what it's about, man. I love y'all. That's what this means. It means life, and the only life that anybody ever knows of is nature. That force you call God, that force you call spirit, that inner energy, that inner nature, the inner energy, same thing. It's nature's energy, nature's life force. And that's what you need. And when you eat nature's life force in its perfect state, in its raw, organic, natural state, when you don't arrange God, when you don't rearrange nature and eat it as is, it enhances the body if it's for you. This is why you don't eat nothing raw that's not for you. So if you have to cook it, it's not for you. That's just the truth. You can eat what you want. You can do what you want. Sometimes I do eat cooked food like beans and rice and stuff like that. I try my best to stay away from it, and I'm back on the path now, starting today. Matter of fact, this is day one. Day one, fruits only. We're going to try to go 90 plus days. Day one, fruits only. I actually haven't had anything to eat all day. I got my water right here with me. I'm probably finna chug this water down because it's electrical, and every system in my body runs off of water, not energy drink, not Kool-Aid. My brain, my heart, my lungs, my sexual organs, every part about my body runs off of water. So that's what we're gonna do. And it's a cool little brand water right here. Y'all might have seen it before. Eternal. It's alkaline spring water. You can get it from Publix. It's a pretty cool little water. So I usually put sea salt in it. I'm gonna start going over things I eat. And so just on what I might eat today, just for anybody who's watching, just for what I might eat today. Today I probably have me another secret. Who on? I love everybody, but there's certain people that I be messing. Miguel Dent, Elaine, everybody that's on Sonia. Tropical fruits is my new thing, because we are tropical people, and the sun only grows fruit in the tropics that it won't grow anywhere else where we're from, because that's where the highest information is and where the highest energy is. So right now I'm focusing on tropical fruits, such things as small bananas, mangoes, pineapples are a hybrid, but they are a tropical fruit. So it kind of makes me think that they might still overseed one that's not tropical, because they won't grow over here. And so anything that grows in the tropics needs that constant sunlight. It needs that constant life force. It needs that constant love. And that's where you're going to find the most diverse life. That's where you're going to find the most diverse knowledge. That's where you're going to find the most diverse people. That's where you're going to find the ancients, really. If you go anywhere in the tropics, that's where you find all the rhythm. Exactly. So let's go tropical. So I've been trying to focus on tropical fruits, the papaya, the watermelon, fruits like that, the papaya, the watermelon, the like I say, mangoes, oranges, those sour oranges. It's different varieties of mangoes. So it's over thousands of fruit. People be acting like, what do you eat? Like it's thousands of fruit. Like it's okay. Fruits taste good to you in their raw state. It's time to get it. It's time to get it. Yeah, I'm gonna show love. So everybody watch this video over. Show it a million times over. Show I love here. That's what it's about. And so you can include nuts. I'm trying not to include nuts. What I'm trying to do is like I say, this is day one. I'm doing fruits and fruit juice only. The only juices I would do would be organic apple juice, organic grape juice, or organic any juice that is alkaline or that is natural. Organic orange juice that is natural, it's okay. You see what I'm saying? Because there's things you're going to eat that are worse. You're trying to keep yourself, because you got to keep the variety in it, especially in our world today. We got to keep that variety in there. So it's going to help people out. So organic, it's like if you walk around with an organic orange juice and some fruit, you should be fine for the most part of the day. You can get through 80% of the day. Everybody can. You can get through 80% of every day with orange juice and fruit. You're already halfway through the battle. Start having one. If you eat meat, if you eating off the map, start having one cooked meal a day. Start limiting it. Start having meat every other day. You don't have to do it every day. We got to start somewhere. We got to start loving ourselves. We got to stop loving our children. Look at our world. Our kids are killing each other. We're killing each other. We don't like each other. Why? Because we're breaking down on the inside. When your body's breaking down on the inside, you're breaking down from love. And it's going to express to everybody else. And that's what's going on. We got to start breaking down on the inside. We got to stop breaking down. It's time to start loving ourselves. And that's what it's about. When you start showing that love to yourself, it starts to express outwards. Your finances start to get better. Your ideas start to get better. Your goals start to get better.